According to Consumer Reports and its new 2026 Automotive Report Card, Toyota is taking over the top spot for reliability, and this is largely driven by the fact the third generation Toyota Tundra has improved so much in reliability that allows the entire company to become the most reliable automotive brand on the market. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. You may be wowed by that statement. You may be scratching your head. You may have some comments already firing off on your fingertips. Let me explain to you what's going on, and I have a quote back from Consumer Reports on what they said with the recall specifically. It's over on pickuptrucktalk.com. Hang with me. We're going to get to this. So I just published it. I want to get the news out to you guys immediately. There's a lot of breaking news this week. So let's get the information out to you guys as I can. So the improved Toyota Tundra scores helped Toyota reclaim Consumer Reports reliability crown. First time they've won it since 2022, I believe it was. Or I think 2022. Despite engine failure recalls. So here's what's going on. So the influential nonprofit organization says recalls don't play as large of a role as one might assume. That's what I got from the quote. So here's a story. Toyota has the Consumer Reports Reliability King. That's who they are. They're the king right now for 2026. They are regaining the crown for Subaru for the first time since 2022. They stand on top. Driven by improvements in numerous models. Consumer Reports said in the press release, its analysts saw, quote, improved reliability of the Camry, Tacoma, and Tundra, along with solid initial showing for the redesigned 4Runner, combined to propel Toyota back to the top spot. Toyota. I got to make sure I do the syllables right. I know you guys are going to be crap in the comments. So 2026 reliability brand rankings. They have Toyota on top, followed by Subaru, followed by Lexus, Honda, BMW, Nissan, Acura, Buick, Tesla, Kia, Ford. You can see it on the screen. It's all the way down. So the bottom guys is Rivian, then there's Ram, then there's Jeep, GMC, Chrysler, Genesis, Lincoln. So data comes, Consumer Reports, auto reliability surveys. I'll get to exactly what the survey information has. I have the data later in the story. So I said, what about the engine recalls? Because I about spit out my coffee when I saw this email come through this morning. I was like, wait, what? Because you remember last month, Toyota announced it's expanding the recalls in a 3.4 liter V6 engine. Okay, so they're expanding that recall to cover 2024 model year of the Tundra, Lexus LX, and now the GX engines, the GX vehicles with that engine. So I was like, what about these engine failure recalls? Like, how can this be? This 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 in my head. So I said, what's going on with this? And then we have 106,000 Tacomas got recalled as well for a rear hose issue with dirt and mud getting in there. They had some front drive shaft issues for some of those. 6,000 were recalled there. So it has been really a pretty time to be a Toyota fan for reliability. There's lots of questions. There's lots of YouTube videos out there. They're making assumptions on is Toyota lying about debris? Are they not? I did a video earlier this week where we talked about lightweight oil is not pushing the debris through the engine as much as people assume it is. So there's just a lot of questions out there. So what's going on? So I said, with every gasoline-powered 2022 through 2024 Toyota Tundra subject to recall, requiring a new engine, basically, how could it possibly have seen, quote-unquote, improved reliability? So Stephen Ellick, he is the Consumer Reports program leader, automotive data analytics, replied to my email. He said it is possible for them to see improved reliability. He says, for reliability, we ask our members not to report recalls. They only if they have actually experienced the problems themselves. So don't just report recalls unless you've experienced a problem yourself. They also clean their data to remove recall-only responses. He says that we don't want to penalize automakers for issuing recalls, but we do report on actual issues experienced by our members. We do see a few instances of the Tundra recall, but so few that it remains average compared to other vehicles of the same model years. So their data from their members shows not a lot of recalls for the Toyota Tundras that they're reporting on. And because they're not taking in all the recalls that are affecting the entire industry, only what is affecting their members, that's how the Toyota Tundra can improve so much. Now, I happened to go to consumerreports.org and I typed in a few model years of the Tundra. I can't show you that on the screen. It's an agreement I have with Consumer Reports. I will tell you that the Toyota Tundra from 2022 has the lowest score for reliability I've ever seen on Consumer Reports. So I got to believe they're being honest there, because that 2022 Tundra was the first year it came out. We had the recall infecting that one. As you know, there's documented many issues. I bought one. I documented the issues I had with that one. And then it's gradually improved. So this, I typed in 2025 Toyota Tundra, and they said that's on average with all the current Tundras, all the current full-size trucks in the marketplace right now. The 2025 is. It's like 7 out of 14. So it's right on average. So they've gone from the lowest score I've ever seen, I'm telling you, I've ever seen, from 2022 to now to 2025, where it's on average. It's how much the Tundra has improved, just dramatically. Imagine going from a NFL team, you went 1-18 to now you're a 50-50 team. You went to 9-7 or 8-8, or I guess we're playing whatever these games are, how many games we're playing now. But that's how dramatic the improvement's been. Okay. Another thing that's interesting is that hybrids outperform gas vehicles for reliability. So in their study, that they also looked at stuff. They said when it comes to reliability of electrified powertrains, hybrids continue to stand out. Stated in press release. On average, hybrids have about 15% fewer problems than internal combustion engines, a significant boon to the growing number of Americans who are buying hybrids. It's very interesting because hybrids have more parts. And people naturally assume more parts equal more problems. But in this case, they're saying that hybrids actually have fewer problems than internal combustion engines. What's also significant about this as well is that the Tundra, Tacoma, Sequoia is hybrid only, and 4Runner has hybrid powertrain choices. And the hybrid, like this Toyota Tundra iForce Max hybrid, is not part of the recall. So that's going to factor some into the overall rankings and reliability rankings, because this is not part of the recall for whatever reason. I still don't agree with that. I don't understand why the hybrid has the same engine as the gasoline engine does, literally the same engine, but it's not part of the recall. And I can't get an answer from Toyota. They will not give me an answer for that. I've asked them multiple different ways. So then I was like, well, okay, what vehicles were included in the study? Something's going to make sense. So here you go. This is a second generation or 2.5 generation of the Toyota Tundra. It has the 5.7 liter V8. I believe I downloaded it. It's a 2017 Toyota Tundra image of this truck. So Consumer Reports says it's 2026 automotive report card gathered information from car owners on about 380,000 vehicles. Okay, so here we go. The study is on 380,000 vehicles from model years 2000 to 2025 and some early 2026s. So 1 or 2 years of data will be used as the model was redesigned in 2025 or 2024. Consumer Reports bases its reliability predictions on data gathered from car owners each year about problems they had with vehicles in the past 12 months. Consumer Reports team of statisticians, researchers, and testers that analyzed trouble areas and created an overall reliability scores for each model year and each model and year. Serious problems areas that can lead to expensive repairs are more heavily weighted. So serious problem areas that can lead to expensive repairs are more heavily weighted. Yeah, like replacing an engine. Okay, so what do we have from this? Oh my gosh, I have so many thoughts on this. Like, the only truck right now on the marketplace that has a massive recall affecting it is the Toyota Tundra. It has improved mightily since 2022, no question. So you have the one aspect is that it's improved mightily. The other aspect is it's under massive recall. So I mean, both items are true. Both are true. Not taken away from Toyota at all. They've both are true. But for Consumer Reports to say that the recalls don't matter because it hasn't affected their members, and they come out with a statement to say that Toyota is the most reliable automotive brand out there and influence people that aren't their members. I don't know, man. Like that'd be like me sharing with you guys the most reliable truck on the marketplace based on my town here in Gearing, Nebraska of 20,000 people. Like, how dumb would that be? Like, I want to base it on nationwide. I want to base it on you guys' statements. I get people from Saudi Arabia who comment on this channel. I get people from Australia, from England, from New York, from Eastern Canada. I want people to have viewpoints from all across the country, and let's share all their viewpoints. I'm not basing my reliability thoughts on what vehicles I own, or I don't own them that long either. That's ridiculous. I'm not basing on my viewpoint on my door here. I mean, that's dumb either. I travel. I talk to people. I have a forum. People share stuff on the forum on pickuptrucktalk.com and the comments below. Like, I want a big picture view. So while I appreciate Consumer Reports is always basing on their members, and that's how their magazine works, that's how their nonprofit works, and that's how their business plan works. This just wow. Wow. That's what I got. Wow. That's what I got. Wow. So all right, put your wow comments below because I was pretty stunned by this, and I'm guessing you will be too. For more videos that stun you, or maybe not, check them out over here. I'll put the story down below at pickuptrucktalk.com. You can look through the listings of other brands and make your own conclusions. But for now, I'm just, wow. That's just, wow. Yeah. Well, I will see you, wow, down the road. Wow.